What's happening? Y'all can blame Nick for being late, man. Nick wasn't late. I mean, and our guest late. But we about to get it in. Look at it. This what I gotta deal with. Whoa. What happened?
Oh, what a lie. So I went around to my girlfriend's house, right there, right? And they seen me.
Back.
They came down the street. Still, he told me I was driving too fast. Why didn't you put?
You at the door, man. This is Sean. Hello? You at the door? You at the house? 3216. Yeah, he about to let you in now. Yeah. He should be letting you in. What's happening? About to get this started, man. Hey. So Nick had to go let her in because she a little late right now, but don't stop nothing. Let me get my drink right quick. All right, so as soon as they get down, we're gonna get started. But I can talk a little bit anyway. Give y'all backstory. Something that took place during the Packer game, our Packer game, right? So it's this kid, and they're gonna have to hear it over. Well, I might not even share it with seeing how they late and we got show you. And this right here is not cool. I don't like it. I know y'all don't like it. So let me go on and send this across the ticker so y'all can make some shit happen. So there's a party in Wauwatosa, right? There was a party in Wauwatosa. I need y'all help. I hope y'all watching on YouTube too, so that we can get y'all comments. But I'm going to talk about this later, so I'm giving y'all backstory to it, so that y'all can be prepared for it. Out of the house, the kid ain't 18, and he can't go into no legally binding contracts. So, to make a long story short, I'm going to get into the full story a little bit later, as soon as they come downstairs. The lady asked the parent of the young man that was under that the person who rented the room for him didn't ask him to do it, that he stole the kid's identity. So she was asking the parent to conspire to steal this man's identity. And as our co-host arrived, but our guest has arrived. You want to get on the mic and you want to get in the chair and speak to her. We already 4 minutes late, man. 4.5 minutes late, man. Some people left. They'll be back though, which I think. So we got. Well, hello, and how are you?
I'm well.
No, I'm drinking. I'm sipping. Have a seat. Have a seat. You in the middle. You're not seat. This is hot seat. This is the middle.
Well, I got to sit right here.
Yes, right here. I mean, you can move your seat.
I don't know. Let's see.
Hold on. You could. I know I got to see how to do it. Now he dropped it all the way down. Look at
It's
that.
good. Yes, I am.
You good? You good? How you doing?
What's going on?
It's going. It's going. It's going. So, all right. Now we can get the show started since everybody here, right?
Yes.
I'm the capo. She, me, Shamo.
Which one channel is that?
Anywhere you want to look at.
Which one?
So you gonna introduce yourself to since you the host? Are you gonna stop
I'm
sit down
here
and
to
do what you stop dog, man? Well, you not top dog today, bro. Because you ain't in your seat, and people have tuned in to listen to you, bro. What you pop it up? Oh, he getting ready to sip.
And you talk about you know what
Right.
you know,
Excuse me.
you're drinking.
Oh, I'm sipping for the podcast. This is talk and sip. We have to talk and sip and talk. So once again, you know, this is game members. We in the game room, and we are joined tonight by
Sean, SHEILA, Natalie.
okay. I was going to introduce her, but obviously she didn't think I was going to introduce her well enough. Advisor, spiritual advisor, advocate, crusader, mother, survivor.
Yeah.
Since you decide to jump ahead,
Let's go.
This is our stuff, though. Just so you know, right? This is our stuff. So tonight we just gonna relax a little bit. We're gonna talk about what you do. We're gonna talk about something you like, something you dislike. We're gonna talk about some truth and facts. That's your thing. Truth and facts. Truth and facts, right?
So
Truth and facts.
truth is my point, not facts. But then to
Well, I believe facts.
right, and then from that facts it comes opinions.
Okay.
So, but truth always, there's nothing but truth. Yeah. Nothing but
Nothing.
you know,
So I'm gonna share something with you, right? Now you already know about the situation. Okay, you already know about the situation. But remember the kid that rented the room, right?
Yeah.
That rented the room, and he so the people contacted his parents. Okay, the people contacted his parents and wanted him. Comments, bro.
Oh, right here.
Okay, there we go. Here we go. Comments. There we go. Yeah, that's all. Right there. Okay, listen now. Check this out because I need y'all advice on this too because I don't know how to proceed with this. But there's a kid that see how they just take over my show. They just take over the show. It's like I'm a game member. I'm trying to put some on their plates and pour out their cups and fill some stuff up, but I don't get no type of participation. But anyway, so this kid, which is underage, rented an Airbnb, right? Because he's underage, he's not legally allowed to rent no Airbnb. So he had his barber pay for it, but he used his name. The people that own the place never asked him for no ID. They didn't ask him for anything. They saw that a different credit card paid for it, and his name was on it. They didn't ask his name until after they came and told everybody to leave, and then asked how old he was. The kid got hair on his face, but you can tell that the kid still.
Yeah.
I mean, am I wrong or not?
No, you're right.
Okay.
So the barber paid. Did they see the barber?
No. So
the barber gave him the ID.
no. The kid used his name. He didn't show no ID. They never asked for the ID. So they reached out to the parent of the kid and said, "Hey, you got to pay for this." And the parent like, "Well, he spit the facts to him that, hey, truth is facts. Because he's not legally binding, he's not of legal age to go into a legally binding contract. He's not really responsible for that. Did you check? Did you do your due diligence? Well, we talked to him afterward. So then they suggested to the parent, well, why don't you have the barber say that the barber used his name without his knowledge, which is identity theft. That's a crime. You want the parent to conspire with you to lie on this barber so that you can get some money. You a paralegal.
But the fact of the matter is, they gonna get money anyway. It don't matter if they got somebody depending on. If you got homeowners insurance, the damage is there. I'm sure they got the house.
But they never show any photos, never sent any photos, never said what type of damage it was.
Well, yeah, whatever damage it is, the house is it's an Airbnb, right? Airbnb.
It's on VRBO.
Okay, so it's insured.
It should be.
So it will get fixed, but they just want who damaged it to fix it. That's what they want.
Well, I understand that.
Like a car accident. If somebody hits you, they uninsured.
They gotta
They
pay.
can't pay. No, they can't pay. You can sue
Well,
them,
You gonna sue them?
but your insurance don't get it fixed, all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just found it really disrespectful that they would ask that parent to lie on this other kid.
No, that's the okie doke. They trying to get the it's the okie doke. They don't care nothing about the parent.
Yeah.
Long as they get what they want, yeah, they will say that.
The world we live in. The world we live in. And these are people of privilege
Okay,
that were trying to get this.
privilege of what? White?
Caucasian.
Exactly.
So,
Privilege.
what you got going on, sister?
Well, a lot. But not.
Well, let me give them some facts first.
Okay, gonna get your back. God, come for us.
So I've been knowing the sister for a minute. When I was going through my transition, being on the run, she was one of the sisters that held me up, supported me, never turned back on me.
You want
Don't play. Yeah, and
Man, you put me out there.
we built a friendship, right? So I know the work that she does, and she's also a part of an organization that my grandfather helped start years ago.
Yeah.
They are rebirth, right? And I'm like really pleased that they decided to take this back up. I know what it meant to my grandfather and them, and the work that they put into it, and to have it rebirthed, right?
With a woman.
This is 2024. This is for me and my guy here. This is this like a golden birthday for us.
Right.
Yeah, we are 24.
Okay, all right.
We Capital Drive Collective,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
So before we do it, share with everybody what a crusader is and what the crusaders are and what the focus of the crusaders
Here in the Midwest,
in
Because-
the Midwest and
What-
around the country.
country. Okay. We're a direct action.
We
And
say direct action.
we
We say direct action.
direct action. We don't protest. We don't march. We go straight.
So y'all focus on the target,
That's it.
right?
That's it. We don't deflect from the situation. We want the.
Now,
That's it. And it's different perspectives and perceptions that we have to take, because
Okay.
everybody in the Crusaders have a part. It's like on a chessboard.
okay.
So every member, every Crusader,
So y'all like a body.
yes, a
Y'all
whole
like a
body.
body.
Yes, a whole body.
Yeah. Okay.
And with one gas brain.
With one big ass brain.
One big ass brain.
Okay. And what's the goal and focus?
Bringing our community back, seeing us in unity.
Okay.
Like Martin Luther King said. He really did say it. At the end, he woke up.
Yeah.
So we're like that. That dream was a nightmare. And that's the focus that people keep putting on. And that integration No, we're segregated and we have to think about us.
Well, I think segregation is a good thing. Well, not understand.
I know.
My opinion.
Okay.
You know, I'm not trying to.
Yeah, I agree with you. No, I agree with you. Like it started like in 1969, Val Phillips and Laura Barty. See, I can go real back with the segregation because of education. And that's I'm that crusader. I focus on the education departments of us, our community, our kids for the future. And everything in the city of Milwaukee and the people goes around education. But you gotta get it.
Really lacking in our scholastic areas.
We are, and it's our fault.
Yeah.
It is not the children. It is our fault because you get to a certain stance. Everybody has gone through the public school system if they're Black.
Well, unless you're
Privileged. Okay, but we're gonna say from 1970, from where we are, I was born in 70. So anyone that's 50 and under or 55 and under, they went through an NPS.
Okay.
And they're Black.
I can't dispute it because I did, he did, and you did,
and others
here too.
Right. So the education, Milwaukee School Board, the education is a whole different government. It's a whole different government. And that's where our control is at. Not at the school, parent teachers conference. No. There's a lot of teachers.
Because bro, where your phone at? Bring your phone out because you know Facebook is blocking our comments. We can't see them online, so you have to read comments if they come across
on YouTube, right?
Well, you got to keep checking YouTube and Facebook.
What happened? Why didn't they?
Get burned too. Oh, but my bad. He's also the. What are you again? The which one? I'm the hot style one. You're the which one? What did he say last time? What did David King call you? The what?
Reasonable.
The reasonable. Yeah, he's the reasonable guy.
Yeah.
So
I
don't claim to be. I'm a little. Anyway, yeah. Let us continue.
kind of scary, bro.
I'm curious at times.
So, the Crusaders, we are here for the community to bring it forth. And me being in the faith-based spiritual part of it, I see it from the biblical part of basic instruction before leaving earth. So I follow that motto and the instructions that
I got a lot because you a minister, right?
No, I'm not a minister.
Well, what?
I'm ordained.
Okay, no, I'm not. I'm just a Christian man.
So he's just that.
Realize.
Which I think is a very important.
But being ordained in the ministry is more responsibility because, of course, you over a flock or over.
I'm over myself in the flock show. I go and get the sheep. The flock is those that push me forward, like you, and the sheep is what I see.
Okay.
And I'm trying to, I cannot put it. What I see, just be me. So what I see is the lost sheep, and within the adults and within the kids, just within the community, I see that.
Okay.
That's my eye that I see. I'm here for the kids, the elders, but I'm here for us.
So being somebody that's in the community, right? And you see a lot of stuff. We too men. To think that we're men, right? We're not boys, we're not niggas, we're not none of that, right? That's my brother. I know that he's a man. I try to carry myself as a man at all times. But we all know that there's a lack of men in the world, right? And there's a high.
Can I say something? Because I'm always pushing for the men. The lack of men, it's a whole lot of men in Milwaukee. Now, the quality and the responsibility.
Men or males? I'm helping y'all out.
Okay, I know. Okay, you say male. There's a lot of males in Milwaukee. Okay? But I'm not gonna put my brothers down. I know, I'm not. I know, because it's a lot of men in Milwaukee, but the force of males in Milwaukee is more of them.
Okay, so let me. I said that for a purpose.
Yeah,
right?
you did,
So I'm like, question, right? You know, when I make a statement, I'm always like, follow. That's not my curveball. But as a black woman, strong black woman in Milwaukee, one of the most segregated cities in America and the world. What do you see? What do you see is one of the main issues? That's the violence. You would expect that.
Oh no, you're not. What?
Curveball. Because you wouldn't raise it any.
No.
Yeah.
I deal with domestic violence. He know exactly.
Yeah.
What do I see as the main issue?
Yeah. Yeah. What is it? You look. Some things like they finances, right?
The main issue with domestic violence is communication.
So
Say it again.
failure to
Comprehension.
because I'm taking I'm
Let me see. You and I are communicating, and if we're in a relationship, and I'm the female, I'm asking you, and there's a circular conversation going on. There's deflection and projection, gaslighting, because my intuition has.
So hold on, time out, because you just said the gaslighting, right? And I heard that used in another culture.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell is gaslighting? I didn't, where did this come from? This is something new in terms of describing search.
I have come to know that the English language, you have to really be specific with it in the definition of using it. So it's like everybody don't like the word narcissist. Well, let me tell you about that word, narcissist. We all are.
I know I am.
You see my head, my head right here, and I'm staying humble with it because we entitle our children, our parents entitle us. Look at Christmas. So look at your birthday. Look at your celebration because do this.
What about my birthday?
Yeah. But you do this, that entitlement with narcissism, and then the English language, they study us. And that's what I do to everybody else. I'm an introvert. So you know that. So what I do is study, read, and everything else, and research. So to understand someone spiritually, you have to understand the mental and the reality of their realm. You said about domestic violence, communication. Where do you want to meet you at? You as a male, me as a female. Just imagine when we had kids. So a lot of this finances, it's a whole spectrum of it. But the number one spectrum is us, you and me. We need to communicate. It wasn't
being able to
communicate and hear and listen.
So that was one of my trainings. I thought that was key, right? Being able to communicate with everybody.
And listen. That's it. And listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
Practice actively listening, though. There's a difference,
They
right?
call it ADHD.
But I know what. Well, I was having a conversation with this white lady, and she was telling me that her kid is ADHD.
Oh, he's a genius.
I'm like, ADHD? What is ADHD?
Active.
You know what I mean? And she went to describe. I'm like, well, shit. Attention deficit. Like, what the hell you saying?
Exactly that.
Right? I said, could it just be that he hype? And he's got a lot of energy, and nobody has focus.
Makes
That
it
energy, right? So instead, you get chemicals has dealt with people, a lot of people. Can you tell these sisters, man, these mothers, how allowing their children to be diagnosed how a lot of children have EIPs
Oh, yeah.
is counterproductive to
Having EIP,
sending them
IEP.
on the road to success.
IEP.
Well,
No, because I had my daughter because she was in Montessori. So to understand the structure of Montessori and then the standardized education, I don't care about that. Thank you. I know. He gave me some signs. He did. I'm taking these.
I'm sorry, we got to pause for a second because he ain't never done one. I've been doing it for
Anyway, so yeah, he came out and got me out.
So yeah, let's talk about, because it's my belief that when we allow our children to be categorized or put in a category, put in this place where they are now looked at as inferior because they have a tag on them.
Right. And
Right.
as a parent, as a mother, when you go and you tell them about your child, you're to tell them and they're to listen, not to give them a title on them or label them. They're to listen to get, not to be labeled.
Right.
But by the system, they are to be labeled so they can get an understanding of it. You know, so the hypernism, the non-focus, like we're just talking about IEP. I think every child, a Black child, need an IEP going in due to the fact the learning. We miss a lot of our intellectual geniuses because of the indoctrination of MPS. And just imagine if we had.
But isn't an IEP counterproductive?
No, that's good.
Why?
Every child needs you have to have an assessment. You can't just.
What does IEP stand for? Look that up, man.
No,
IEP.
no. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when you put this label of IEP, right, your individual educational process.
Individual educational process, right?
Process, yes.
Right. When I hear that,
Mm-hmm.
it's like you're trying to separate my kid from the rest of the class, or say that my kid isn't operating or learning at the same pace as other kids. So he needs some help.
No.
That stays with them.
No, because
I'm wrong.
you're not. You're not wrong because that's what they gave you to think about. That's what they like. They have the LD, the RD, the learning disability, and that's why when you say when a person, I'm looking at a child like they got a learning disability. No, they don't. What they have is an enhancement disability.
If we label them, if we allow that IEP
and
come in and say he has a learning disability, that's what they do. I've been to school a long time.
That's what they try to do, to down it.
Okay.
But as a counterpart, as a parent, that's supposed to be as well teaching my daughter, my child, or children. I'm gonna say they need a little extra help, right? I call a dyslexic because a lot of us kids, especially now in programming and stuff like that, our kids are geniuses.
Yeah,
they really are geniuses, and then the way they learn because of the hyperness and everything else, but in the focus of what they're giving them in the education. And then they want you to be standard in an institutional education. And you trying to say, come from home, that's not a structure, and go into a school, a building that's trying to be structured.
Well, a lot of our schools are not even trying to be structured.
But I'm just saying from beginning as a child, from K3 and on up, from daycare on up.
Okay.
So just imagine if the daycare started from the top and took what they needed to do up from high school, the same standard, and put it in a kindergarten and bring them up like that, everything on one accord, it could work. And you know how it could work? You know why it will work? Because we had it. They have taken everything, steadily taken everything out of MPS that we had.
Because I would like to see us that France has.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Where kids go to school for a little bit and then they go home for lunch.
Mm-hmm. We have that.
They go home for lunch and spend time with their family. And parents get to come home from work and fix their kids' lunch, and then they go back to school for a couple more hours.
We had open campuses.
Okay.
We can't have that anymore due to population of errors and crime and everything else. And every child don't listen. They don't. But they
That takes me back to my gosh, right?
Ooh.
Because we were speaking last week about how the men need to get back involved in these schools.
I can give y'all some advice or an outline that you can take
We
pinpoint.
would love that, you know.
I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of people.
I'm on the Vision Zero advisory committee, bro.
So it's a lot of. What you got? It's a lot of people in our community that are doing things behind the scenes, and to see those that's in front of and always getting the accolades from school to community and everything else, that's not it. And everybody know how I speak, typing on that Facebook, Instagram, and X, and all types of
got restricted a lot.
too much. But I'm not restricted in a sense of I know what I'm doing and how to work it.
Okay.
And the people that I tag, and it's for a reason, as I tell you and the other people I'm tagging, so everybody on your page can see what I'm saying. And if they don't, to follow. A lot of people know of me, but they don't know me. So you know me because you've been in my safe space. Now, people can get the energy and everything off of the internet because how I type, I do things on purpose. And you know that. And, So I'm trying to not curse, but I'm, my two favorite word, F and S. So, because I'm on.
Football season.
Yeah.
Safety.
Okay, free safety. Okay.
Safety.
So I'm trying to show everyone that I'm coming in peace. I come in love. I come into a stance of it's time to change. Our ancestors, our grandmothers, our grandfathers, all of us, we want something different in Milwaukee now.
So you said something just like you said you come in peace.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't play though.
Okay, because I'm about to get to that, right?
Yeah, because you already know.
Living in a peaceful city.
You already know. I'm not. I come in peace, but I don't take that narcissism. That's it. It's a beast. I don't take a deflection. I love that we can all get along, men and women. That masculine energy they say we have, women, that alpha.
I got an issue with that.
I know you do.
I got an issue with that, especially when women have a man and they like you don't have to insert that.
At all. You really don't. No, you listen. Let me.
Throwing curveball.
Mhm.
I meant to ask questions.
You
Y'all know Nick. Nick is very, very. He likes to listen.
Analyze.
Think about it, analyze stuff. I didn't know. He took the class. But
No, I'm okay. I'm feeling it.
no, I was fine.
No, because you're short. I know because you're short.
I'm trying, but
Put your feet down.
I'm really top dog. He just me.
Put your feet down. Okay, what?
So, anything you want to say?
Not right now.
Have you looked me up?
No, I didn't. No, I haven't. And that's the thing. Usually we go through a pre-thing with questions and what to ask, but we didn't do that shit. So
I feel honored, and because I didn't know how I was gonna come in, because him and because he's just like you said, the curveball and being open with communication. And I'm trying to flow with the conversation.
Well, we
And I'm trying.
some everything.
I know. Because if you go back and look at this, like they was all over the place. It was never one set, continuous thing.
and it won't be.
And I like that because I'm sipping, but
It's the game member show, which means it's all about game, right? We look at game as a positive. And sharing information that people can use. When you watch this show, we want you to be able to say, you know what? I left the show knowing something I didn't know, learning something I didn't know, hearing something I haven't heard.
Well, I'm gonna say this: it's a lot coming in 2024. It is a lot coming for us in the community, and it's positive. It is not. It is not the same people.
But
It is not.
I'm gonna say
It is not the same. They need to sit down behind the scene and talk from a radio station.
they don't know.
I say,
I disagree.
no.
They don't need to talk on a radio station because people listen to the radio station, right? And when you're giving out false information, that means people are misinformed, and then they're gonna go and misinform others. So we need to quiet some of them people.
They are quiet. That's why. Listen to what I'm saying. They are quiet. Mm-hmm. They are quiet because now all eyes really is on them now. That's what they wanted.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what they wanted. They got it now. They sit on that booth with them headphones on now. We can call in and say, why can you do this? We can ask them straight up questions.
Speaking of,
We can ask them straight up and give them proof, facts, and truth.
I got a curveball.
Go ahead. I'm ready.
I got a curveball. So yeah, very important connection. I'm not talking about Chevy.
No,
Chevy is. I ain't thinking about Chevy connection.
we ain't even talking about presidency.
John Chisholm, which is a district attorney that came under the McCann, Breyer, Meyer administration, right? He's retired. The man that was responsible for releasing Daryl Brooks and allowing him to kill multiple people in Waukesha. He resigned or retired, one of them. And Kent Laverne, which is his second in command,
That they went to school together. They grew up together. They was in college together.
And he's the guy that decides who gets charged in police shootings. And in major cases, Kent Laverne is the person that signs off on it. Right? Chisholm had that much faith in him. I'm gonna run off.
Wait, hold on. No, Chisholm had enough faith in us.
Okay.
That we wasn't going to pursue it.
Okay. So,
And then the judges and the police, he had that much faith in the police to do their job to keep him in set for so long.
let me get to it, right? Kent Laverne is running for district attorney. He's running.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What is your history with Kent Laverne? Do you know?
I don't know him,
Okay.
other than the previous show we did,
Okay.
but I didn't do any research on it.
So I have a personal relationship with this office, even though it was kind of friction, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of friction because I was about us and there was about the law, which they weren't about. But Kent Laverne is the district attorney who told the police that I was trying to have him investigated, which is at the paralegal. What is that? If he tells the police that I'm trying to have him investigated, and the police turn around and have me false arrest, all this shit, and the police told him, you should have kept your mouth shut. I would have left it alone. Isn't that prosecutorial misconduct or something?
Yeah, you can say that, but it all depends on why did you tell him? Why did you tell? Was it you tell him in official capacity?
Yes, because somebody was let out of jail to gather evidence on me and set me up for this officer. And I went to him as district attorney and somebody that's supposed to uphold the law.
It probably was a breach somewhere. I can't say because it wasn't a case per se, but it probably was a breach.
It was a breach somewhere.
Ethical thing.
Ethical.
Because you told him something.
Yes.
And it was serious and it, had something to do with crime in reference to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would think he shouldn't have.
You know why you didn't listen, I'm gonna throw a curveball and knock it out. You black. You trying to figure something that's straight, you're a male, black, and that's it. So to do all the terminology and everything else is like they have to come
to you though.
Go ahead, you doing yourself. You
Right.
No.
Because Kent, right? He's a district attorney, and we have black mayor, a black county executive.
Okay.
All right. We got some black power.
No, we don't.
And tell me,
Okay.
tell me. We just said we weren't
Myself.
gonna put no feet on my necks, right?
Okay, I will.
We got the black power, right?
No, we don't. I can't lie.
But the main office, which I think is one of the main offices because it's supposed to protect the law.
Yeah.
Right? The district attorney, you're supposed to prosecute the law, but you're also supposed to protect the law.
Well, they're supposed to enforce the law.
Enforce.
Yeah.
Enforce the law.
And by enforcing it, aren't you protecting the integrity of the law?
Well, what they do is supposed to go and seek out the truth.
Right.
In every given situation. So
Right.
Wherever the truth take them, that's what they're supposed to do.
Wherever they're
So,
wherever they're true.
man, you said that.
Whatever, because first of all, I don't care if we're segregated and you're black to understand this. And you said we got black. I'm trying to push. So, you seen that thing? You felt that. So, if we continue to say that we got leadership in Milwaukee and they're black, no, we don't.
Yes, we do.
The book.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
Well, let's do it like this.
Okay, no, we don't.
So we got leadership in the executive, the mayor. That's a whole different thing.
Yes.
From the courts.
That's right.
Because the mayor ain't got nothing to do
So
with it.
that was my question, right? I'm about to get to that. See, you try to throw me a curve. When I caught your curve, I'm throwing it back in.
That's right.
So this is my conversation. And I really need you to chime in on this, right? Milwaukee needs a black district attorney.
Yes.
Right?
Facts.
We really need a black district attorney that's going to fight the law and uphold the law.
I don't care if it's black, brown,
It
Asian.
don't matter.
It doesn't
can be
matter.
right.
As
long as I understand that.
Yeah.
However,
I
what
don't.
we have had in the past, historically,
More the same.
right, and we cannot continue to go down the road, right?
I'm gonna tell you why.
And he or she doesn't have to be black, but he or she has to be able to relate to our diverse community.
That's right.
Correct?
Correct.
Now,
Is
this
it-
is my question for you. Tell me what you think about it. Right? This is my statement. Right? This is my idea. Speak with somebody. Right? Who would be the perfect candidate to run for that office?
District attorney?
Yes. I'm gonna throw it out here. And
Man,
if people gonna say, Sean, you on some mess because you don't even like this person.
you know what?
And that's not it.
Okay.
I'm saying Lena Taylor.
Man, when you know, Lena is my heart.
I'm saying
Listen,
Lena.
let me tell you why Lena is my heart. And a lot of people, we already know, but Lena is my heart. I fight for Lena. I really do. I've seen her fight, and she has fought for us. And a lot of people have a lot of issues and things.
I
Listen,
don't like it.
we should think I don't like it. Lena think the whole city don't like it. But we love her. I don't care.
I only met her a couple times.
And that's all you need to know. And where you met her.
Just say yes.
I met her at a couple of events.
No, I need to know. Listen, and people don't understand. Lena has fought. And I'm saying this on this live stream, and that it's on. No, I wouldn't be here. I really would.
You got like that. You just have to show up.
No, I didn't. So no, I didn't. No, I didn't. Listen, I
call your brother right now.
I call him. He'll tell you right what I say. No, you lucky
So
she
here,
did.
let's get back to Lena.
So yeah, Lena.
Yes.
Lena, anything that Lena, first of all, if y'all don't know, she fought for our education. She earned our kids' education. She fought. I stood up against $1.5 billion at the school board and the stadium and everything else. Lena fought. They kept her.
I'm gonna try to get her on here. We ain't gotta give her.
No, we're gonna have to start giving her that, and her mom just transitioned.
Yeah, so
Her mom just transitioned, and here's the thing.
Yeah,
Here's the thing, like she's a lawyer and everything else, but one thing ain't. I don't care what y'all say. Where's the camera? Because I'm gonna tell y'all something. It is at this point, in this era, that we need to really support her in whatever position. And it's going into the DA. Yeah, she
Let me
needs to
think
be.
about that,
I
right?
didn't even think of her like that.
You said any position.
Mhm.
No, not any position. Because if she's not in, in a position where she has the authority to
She know what she's a lawyer.
make change or enact change, then
She's a lawyer.
why would we put her in that position? We need her to be in a position where she can bring about change, where she'll work with the people to bring about true change and not based on color, race, gender, none of that.
I just keep talking. You said we sipping and dipping.
So I mean, she just,
We sipping and dipping.
she just took over her segment and she made phone. I don't even make phone calls. Nick don't make phone calls, but she come
told me
on.
I'm sipping and told me to be at home, and I'm not coming to be.
But you know, people can hear your conversation.
But
we do. So anyway, Nick, as I was saying, Lena, you know, I said Lena for district attorney because that office is its own entity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that office has the ability to change the justice system in Milwaukee.
Yes.
And around the country because
We don't-
really follow Milwaukee, even though we don't think that they do.
Listen, I have over on Instagram and X. I have over like 30,000 followers.
Okay, now hold on. I want you to look into that camera and say, follow gang members
Yeah.
talking sip on YouTube.
Follow gang what?
Gang members.
Gang members
Commercial time, y'all. Talking sip
talking self on YouTube
and Facebook.
and Facebook. But you know, you need to be on X too and Instagram.
I don't think.
No,
you want to pay to be on
No,
X?
no.
Why not?
Because you, oh yeah.
Well, you
Because
gonna take care of it.
You know, got that. I mean, we spend our money on stuff like this.
right. And the reason why you want to connect and interconnect because, like I said, my followers, you know, I'm pretty sure once we're done with this and I tag them so they can go look at it.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm talking about after this show and tell them, well, I didn't see you or whatever. And today is Friday, people out tonight, or you know,
Get ready to
and do whatever. And then I say this is not important, you know. And then they say, dang, we missed it, you know, because I didn't share it all over. And yesterday we were supposed to be here, and everybody was like, where are you going to be? And I said, it's canceled. Tomorrow they said.
That's because our co-host, my man, right? His position is
I work with City of Milwaukee and I plow the streets.
Okay.
So yesterday I worked from 7 p.m. and I haven't been asleep yet.
You-
I'm throwing in there.
Y'all hear that?
For 24 hours, more than 24 hours.
And I can see it.
Yeah. So I've been plowing
He's so
all night,
committed.
and when I got off at 8 this morning, I
His
didn't go to sleep.
his commitment to showing up tonight
So we're gonna get back on
is honorable.
beyond. Thank you.
I thank you for showing up, bro. So being here before going your sleep.
I'm trying to cut him off. He can't have no more. So Lena, and then I thought of her and to understand that and understand that and to even speak to her. She know where we are now, where we are in the community and politically and by law.
Do you believe that would be a good place for her?
It's on Lena.
That's right.
It's on her. Wherever she stands. Just like when she went to the mayor, when every position, Lena has been planning for a real good. Listen.
This is game member stuff.
Okay, go ahead. This is game.
On political.
You said game. No. You said
Game.
game. Oh, okay.
Game.
No. I'm saying, look, I'm dyslexic. So game
Right.
is this. So my game is chess.
My game is go.
I'm a telephone chess master.
Go.
You are. All right, checkmate. So,
Never.
So Lena or anybody else, like they just had the raise. They got the raise at the common council. They voted.
did it.
Yes, they did.
No, they did.
No.
They haven't got it yet.
Sean.
They haven't got it yet. They
Okay.
just proposed it.
Okay, see, here you go. Let me get enlighten you now.
I mean, like you.
No. 9 said yes and 6 said 9 said yes, 6 said no.
It hasn't been signed into law yet,
They will.
but they haven't.
I know, I hope not, because of what we're saying, but 6 said no, but 9 said they should get the raise. And that's it. They did vote. They did carry, hear me what I'm saying. I didn't
I'm saying it's not,
Sean.
it hasn't went into effect.
No. After, I think it's March or April after this, it does. They signed it, and that was it. 9 said yes, and 6 said no.
I think they did, Sean.
I know they did.
It had a lot to do with the raises that we got.
But that's our raises.
We still getting raises. We just
But I'm
got
saying,
another raise.
yeah, but they just asked for a 15%.
They did.
Yeah.
We just got a 2% raise right now.
Now, you know why we got that? It's because of that 1.5 billion and then the $252 million they want in referendum. Now, the city of Milwaukee, the pension plan, we're paying for that through sales taxes. Okay, right. That's why it went up, because of that $1.5 billion. Now, follow me. All right. And yeah, they did vote themselves to have pay raise. They did.
Well,
No, you're not, because the following is that you know what you know. Then there's always more. You know what you know, and there's always more. You can Google it. They did.
It was on talk radio.
And
I understand
It was
that.
on talk radio last night.
I'm not disputing that. I'm saying that it hasn't went in effect yet.
No, right.
And
It will, because of if we call to reject that, they get that.
so let me ask you a question. How we gonna blend into this?
Because
We weren't even on this.
ADHD.
No,
It's the whole. When you watch this again, you're gonna see the conversation is really good.
I don't go back.
I know me either.
I
I don't like that.
But what I really would like to, which I don't know your stats.
You a black man?
I don't, because we don't really talk about politics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But this district attorney's race
Right, it's major.
it means it's really important. It really is.
I
understand power
I
and the ability that they have to change shit if they want to.
Well, my stance, excuse me, is this. If he more the same, if he called that,
He's the same.
okay, then he wouldn't. He's not a good district attorney. He wouldn't be, because he's part of that same thing going back 30 years or 40 years.
Yes, sir.
So we don't need that. We
Right.
need fresh blood that's gonna sit there and look at the circumstances, what's going on in our city, and charge accordingly
Yeah.
between the races, and
Yeah.
we want a fair.
So do you think that's Lena?
Yes, and why do I think that's Lena? And because I've talked to this has been on our table, let's say, and to even speak to Lena, and even to support her, I mean, as a community. And they said, no, don't. You have to understand the intellectual part of Lena. You have to understand her fight for Lena. And she ain't fighting for herself. Lena, no, and I'm hearing you. And I'm hearing you two talking
But
about.
I'm speaking for the community right now, right?
Yes.
Right. Hold on. Let me say this, right?
Okay, you speaking for.
Yeah.
Okay.
I understand that you want. I understand
I want-
everything that you're saying.
Mhm.
I do. However, but
Who else is
we're
there?
talking about a community that has no hope, that wakes up to diversity and destruction, right? Don't really care about vote, right? Let me finish. Don't really care about vote. How do we get them, right? How do we get them to say, you know what, I want to vote for Lena because we need change?
Let me tell you why.
No, what?
How what?
How do we get them to take a look at what's going on in our city right now and the possibility
Let me tell you.
of Lena?
Okay, let me tell you how you get them. You see how we're doing these mainstreams?
Mhm.
You see how they do from Homer Bell to WNOB and all of them, this is where we speak up and speak out at. This is where when they get their accolades at the NAA.
We don't have a voice.
No. No, you just asked me a question.
Right.
And
And you said we.
I'm saying
We don't have a voice on the places.
we. When I say we, I'm talking about out here. You see,
Okay.
I'm talking.
Mentioned.
Yeah,
on
below, and all that platform.
But
I
we
don't know.
understand that we also got people watching.
I
and
know.
They may need some.
I'm explaining we, the blackness, the community, we have to come together. You understand? Because the separation of the collective, don't get me started on this. Because I'm sipping.
That's why you here.
Because I'm sipping. And we have to come together and say, sit down and let's focus. We have to sit down and intellectually, politically, and everything like we in here. This is what crusaders do. This is what we do to understand.
Sit down.
Like we're here right now, right? We're in a game room.
We're the game.
I see the dark book. I'm ready for it.
That's
I'm ready for it. Yeah.
not the game we talking about.
Well, I know it's like this right here.
Yeah.
It was my chest. So, and I'm asking if I'm on a chessboard, and I told you that's how I see it. And I'm asking and saying to everybody, put Lena on this board.
Okay.
Put Lena on. She's been on this board. The fight, the will right now, 2024, is that it ain't. It's a no holds bars now.
But how do we convey that message?
I can see it.
No. But how do we convey that message to the people that don't listen to the radio station? That don't listen to me and Mick and people
Okay.
to the radio.
So this
Because we need to bring in a new
souls to the polls. We can meet them at Walmart. We can meet them at G's. We can meet them at what's these clubs and things.
But what about the brothers that don't
Just go there.
do that, right? They don't.
You're not going to get everybody.
You're not.
You know, you recruit
Everybody.
young people to go spread the message to the young people.
But okay.
So
Okay.
that's what you do.
You know what? Go ahead.
That I agree.
You know what?
That
You
I
know what?
agree.
You know my daughter. You know little mama. So she's 18. You know what she told me? She said, "Mom, I took her to vote and tell her since the age of 3." And she's like, she told me this last year. She's like, "Mom, I'm getting ready to turn 18." She's like, "Oh, I get to vote." I was like, huh? I was like, damn. 2006 kids, that's where our power is at. If 2006 kids that's getting ready to graduate high school, they don't know nothing about civics. They don't know nothing about election.
I'm glad you said that.
They don't know nothing, but my daughter did.
'Cause
My-
me and my son's mother, right? We often talk about
They know civics.
politics and how the generations under us were denied civics and how that has impacted our community.
Okay, Lena, going back to Lena again. Lena pushes that. Lena pushes civics. She pushes agriculture. Like I told Lena,
We got plenty of
yes, Lena, she pushed the hemp. And if they didn't want to do the hemp on 35th when they had the slaughterhouse, and those people came from a different area, and that's why it closed down on 35th. What's that? It worked on, 35th and Capitol.
Yeah.
And when they wanted to do the slaughterhouse, when I tell you how Lena stood up, she wanted an agriculture there. And I'm gonna tell you something else.
Hold on. So
Yeah.
was that a good thing or bad thing? And let me finish with my question, right? Because they wanted a slaughterhouse, they would have funded a slaughterhouse. Did they have the funds for the slaughterhouse?
Of course,
Okay, so
that wasn't for
but we would benefit. And let me tell you why. We were children that grew up around A.O. Smith. Right? And that building over there, A.O. Smith and places like A.O. Smith allowed our families to provide us with lives, right? When they stopped the railroad thing over there at A.O. Smith, and whatever else, right? You hurt our community.
Okay, now listen. You want a slaughterhouse for which the smell, the scent, and it has to go, the blood and everything else has to go down to a store. L. Smith, if you ain't never been in L. Smith, they have tunnels in that. They have tunnels deep under the tunnels. So when those people came, they knew why. And our people was pushing for something else. SHEILA was literally pushing for help for us, the agriculture. Look at Andre. What's his name? Andre. I let that come on my mouth. So look at
He said anything stated on this show
not.
is specifically owned by the person that stated.
Yeah, that's it. Because the people want to know, like with me, you know, I have no problem speaking how I feel and what I know. I don't. None at all. Straight, direct. And whatever y'all know about me, it's okay. It really is.
But you're supposed to talk about
No. I'm going to talk to all of this because it's all of this. No, can't. But I'm going to tell you that. You see how you treat me as a sister? You see? And then I was telling you couldn't have me. See? No.
I treat him as a brother. You would be like, oh, I'm treated well if you treat him because I don't, whatever.
You see how it works?
Yeah. He went off of Facebook.
Did you see how he did it? You see that? But anyway.
I've been doing this for 40-something years now. So
He more versed than me. So that's why I'm quiet, because I'm learning.
I know this thing.
Intellectuals.
No,
I
already know.
and podcasts and the different topics. You know, I'm learning.
Okay, and I know your ours and your
things true.
And that's all I know.
exactly, and that's my whole agenda.
Okay.
It ain't.
I can relate to that.
It's not going at like people always say. You attacking me. I offended a lot of people, and I don't care. I don't, because that's not my agenda to care about your feelings at all. My agenda is to get the message out. And if you're attached to that message and you're offended, that's your fault. So
ain't no friends in the movement.
It ain't none. It is none. And then they slander me. They talk about me.
They talk about Jesus.
Yeah.
They talk about Jesus.
Yeah, that's what they say. And I'm gonna take this accountability. Like anything I put on my post, I mean it. Come to me with it because I got facts with it and truth and proof. I'm not bitter. I'm not angry. I'm not none of that. I am stating facts of my own. My feelings is valid. And then that's the deflection, and that's the gaslighting to the smoke and mirror to say, oh, she bitter, she angry, she don't know, and she did this. Y'all know she did this, and she was with this person. That's that mess to not to focus in on what I'm saying.
Of course. And they use that nationally.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's that gaslighting. They won't listen to the message. They'll rather put it back on me. Don't trust her. Don't, because she did this. And I'm like, dang, that's the intellectual. But I'm not here with that no more.
Well, that's the same thing they're doing with the sister with Trump. The one in
she should have known better.
But I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're right.
If she made a mistake or not.
No, she didn't.
Okay, but that's what they doing.
And
they taking it away from her and focusing on her profit.
Right.
And
he was divorced from then and there, but the circumstances, just like with Trump, they're using the same way they got Trump to get her.
Yeah.
But see, her thing, and to go back to MPS, that's in MPS right now. That whole situation.
Really?
Yeah. Keep Mosley, y'all. He got stood up. So he really did.
I don't know.
I know. Yeah, Randall, like, I'm not political, I'm not none of that. I just see to speak my truth, just like if our ancestors came over here and did this, and this is how I look at it as me, myself, and I. We come from a different entity. Your mom, your dad, my mom, and my dad. You're a male and I'm female, so we're me. So I'm gonna hear what you're saying. I'm like, okay. All right. Okay. So I'm my own person, you're your own person. And if we get together, and then this is where we are in our same ideology and our thoughts and thinking. You see, as we were saying earlier. So even with me, and this is how I think. I said, even with me, I listen and to see as an individual, because I'm free. I'm free. I'm not indoctrinated. I work for myself. Then I work for them, the people, the children.
Speaking of people,
Why do you put those in your head?
because I need them to take care of myself, right?
Okay, I just thank you.
There's another important election going on, which is mayor's race. And I'm gonna say something, and I know a lot of people gonna be like, man, dude,
Okay, go.
she needs Sean Moore, whatever your name is, he is not effing with you, right? But this is my opinion and my thoughts on the current mayor, right? We just had David King on the show.
Can I have
And
a drink?
we just had David
Can I
King on
have
the
a drink?
show. And David King is running for mayor.
Oh, okay. I seen him.
Yeah.
I seen him.
So let me tell you my thing, right? And I don't know who I'm voting for, even if I'm voting. But the reason that I don't attack Chevy, the reason that I don't go at Chevy is because Chevy has never been fake. Chevy has always been Chevy.
Yeah.
Right.
Chevy.
Yeah. Chevy has always pursued this position. He has always let people know what his this is what I'm gonna do, this is what I'm not gonna do, this is what I can do, this is what I can't do, this is what I'm not even gonna try to do. Right? Chevy don't try to be. If Chevy didn't get that seat and say, you know what, I'm gonna become Mike.
No.
Said, I'm gonna get that seat and I'm gonna be Chevy.
Okay.
Right? We look at Chevy.
He's a hometown boy.
We look at Chevy though.
He's a hometown boy.
Okay.
Raised in Milwaukee, black, that went through MPS, so he know what's going on in MPS and politics.
Right. Your table.
Mm-hmm. Chevy should know he ain't had no money.
Okay.
So his support came from what? Not from us. That money that supported him to get in that seat from when Barron was in there.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't have to.
So
The only reason
you open this up, so let me ask you, right? So why are we upset with it? If you just said that the money that put him in there didn't come from us, why are we upset?
he ain't supposed to. We're supposed to grade him. We're supposed to evaluate him. And what he
role in
seat of the no,
he is.
no, he's not.
Let me share what you are. Because Milwaukee has a very different type of government, right?
Yeah.
We have common council, which represent the people.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah. And then we have the mayor, which is supposed to he's supposed to be the CEO of the city. And work with
It's three tiers.
Yeah.
It's not two tiers. It's because you always forget you to say judicial.
I'm talking as far as community wide,
Local.
local government and how our government operates. And we often just point at Chevy when it's not just Chevy
At all.
right? A lot of this has to do with our aldermen that are failing us and that refuse to work with Chevy and other.
Let me tell you. Hold up. Let me break. This is why civics is important, obviously, because we had student council. We learn this stuff in school.
Mm-hmm.
Student council.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you know how they go around and say, I want to be voted as president of student council.
Mm-hmm.
So they say, vote for me and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Can you imagine Chevy doing that, going around the community? I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. So we voted him in, right? And he told us what he was going to do because we voted on him. Now, the common council is us. We own him. We are supposed to tell him what to do, and he's supposed to follow through. He is not no CEO. No.
He is the chief executive officer of Milwaukee.
Listen to what I'm saying, and y'all got to get this civic stuff down and pat. We, the people, run them. The councilmen, aldermen, and they're supposed to say, and as the constituents, we are to go forth and say, you know what? This is not right. Our alderman, we go to our alderman, our district supervisor,
Right.
and then even from the police station, the chief, and whoever we put in
That's
there.
the whole different.
No, it's the same. Sean, follow me. No, you need to follow me.
Our aldermen have no control over the police.
Listen to what I'm saying. They all intercede to connect it.
But they can only.
No, that's the power to be.
Police operate under a
whole different
operating procedure,
Mhm.
right? And that falls under.
And then you got the mayor. We're talking about the mayor. You say he's the CEO.
He's the CEO,
And then
he can say, okay, you know what, I'm going to fire or hire a police chief.
That's it.
Right.
And so, but we're to tell him
To tell who? The mayor or the chief?
that. Listen to what I'm saying. They gonna say, if the chief, you want to go. It's like, okay, we put you to the councilman or the order people. It's like, okay, and then it's like, all right, the mayor, he has to go to the board and all this other stuff, the interview and all this stuff. We literally, the constituents, have the power over and to push it. See, what we don't do as black people, like in the surrounding areas, just like we just had that state tax, and they seen it on their bill, and it's like, no. Y'all pay.
What can we do?
Listen,
What can we do?
we don't push our power.
We don't.
That's
Once
it. We don't push
vote
our power.
somebody in or don't vote, we sit back and we say, you know what, this motherfucker ain't doing nothing for us. He ain't doing nothing. Instead of saying, you know what, I'm about to go to my alderman. I'm about to have my alderman go to this mayor, and they gonna work to fix what's going on.
And then
Jonathan Brostoff,
man, listen.
John, have you seen what they have done to Brady Street?
Yes.
That one alderman staying in the mayor's office, letting him know that my community is demanding change.
And you know what our community do? I'm in the 7th district, and the Khalif Rainey is leaving. Thank you. Yes.
Oh,
So
she wanted an applause.
yep. He leaving. He leaving.
Okay.
Thank you, Khalif.
What?
Get
He's
your.
a black
No.
Why would you say?
Oh, let me tell you, I'm not looking at the blackness now. I'm looking at his logic and his intellect and where he has taken a 7-whole district, reline and redirect.
So what are you saying?
He ain't doing shit.
Whoa.
The fuck? Hip hop is here though. He bought that. Nah, he bought that here. So thank you, Khalif. Thank
Hold
you.
on.
No.
Well, let me applaud
Mhm.
because my son is dropping his EP February 1st, y'all. And yeah, so applaud my son Tyree on his EP release. Thank you, Khalif, if you had ever do that.
Exactly, because that was it. That would be his turn.
Well, hold on. The Jewish community don't feel like
I said we talking about us,
but they vote.
Mm-hmm. And he bought that there, and they had that 7-day expansion. No, I do. So we talking about all this political stuff, and from Cavalier and to Chevy and to Lena. So I'm gonna bring it all back, shot. And our power. Excuse me, Capo. He said that.
Yeah.
He meant that, didn't he?
Personal.
Yeah, he did. He thought that was his
It's
chest.
about the show.
Shit is about Capo.
It's about the show.
He
So anyway,
kind of was in his chest.
I like that.
But we ought to teach civics back in high school,
No.
but they don't teach it.
I don't.
And I see now it's
It's needed.
needed because Sean. But I do understand this is the local government,
Mhm.
but it's still based on Congress,
I understand the
senators.
I understand the
It's all based on
But I'm just looking at locally and how our local government, right, is multi-powered, and how our Our aldermen are supposed to work with the mayor and control, have some type of insight and some type of control over what takes place. And they have acquiesced to outside forces and have allowed their egos and personal judgments to deter them from doing what's best for our communities.
I mean, the body of the people don't know. Shantia Lewis, is that her name? Shantia Lewis.
Yeah, harder like this.
And they listen to Shantia Lewis, and my love is for you, just like Elena, because what she did ain't shit was for what is going on right now. Let me
hold on. I gotta say something because before you go there, right?
She came in asking for a raise and they
right.
It down.
Not only that, but knowing that you're a black woman in politics in Milwaukee, right? You do not have the leeway to make mistakes because you under the microscope, right? And you have to be aware. You have been put in a position of responsibility for your people, and knowing that you have the eyes of the government on you, you can't make them type of mistakes.
You know, I'm gonna say something, and like I watched her trial. I read her. Yeah, please stop giving it.
Well, last time we was here, he
offered
I didn't give it to him, so
he don't.
it wasn't enough for 2 people.
He don't.
Because I've had this conversation with a lot of people, and I have nothing against Shantia Lewis. However, because you have a responsibility and you are under this government microscope, all your I's have to be dotted and all your T's have to be crossed. If you fail to do that, that's on you. You know they're gonna come after you.
And to the stance of she wasn't in a position to understand that in the first place. Listen to what I'm saying.
Because she chose politics, ignorance,
and
tell her what ignorance is to law because you're a paralegal. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not saying she wasn't ignorant to the ignorance of politics. She went in, she took that position to help. And that's what I'm just like, she didn't say something like they say, because I'm an introvert and everything else, and I speak over the platforms and stuff like that. And I know people follow me. They ain't gotta like my post or anything like that. The message is getting out from me. The truth is getting out. The truth and facts. But they always look at me. So they did her wrong.
How?
But listen, they did. She didn't know. You gotta. When you got mentors, you don't. I can start this position as a crusader by myself.
So let me ask you a question.
You already know.
I'm gonna ask you. Yeah, same question, both of y'all, right? Because you said she didn't know, and this is why she should lost her job.
No. She should, because she didn't. Me, just like you. Somebody tell me something, and I feel something that if I ain't about the people, I'm about myself. She was about herself.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
She ended up being about herself, not the people.
Well, that was her flaw.
Exactly.
That's her flaw.
Check this out. Just like Tony Clark, I'm going to take it all the way back.
Explain to people who Tony Clark is.
Yeah, Tony Clark was Clark. She was also upon this board, and she did the same thing. For real. Her and Cos. Yeah, it was her and Cos, Tony Clark, and then here she come in, Shantia Lewis. See, that's another thing we don't do. We so that the illusion is the distraction is Homer Blow and all these other things.
You want to lay out on them?
No. Yeah, because today is the day.
We grew up with him.
I said today. Let me tell you what he did and he don't do.
You gotta break this down, because Homer's my guy.
He's not Homer. No, Homer is the
Homer helped me give out the turkeys this year.
Listen, Homer has helped the community. He has helped the community so much,
Mhm.
and he still don't speak.
What do you mean?
I said what I said.
What do you mean?
Just
What do you
like
mean? He doesn't.
Sean, you're not stupid.
No. Listen.
I-
Podcast though,
Okay,
right?
you see how we
We
speak?
have a conversation, but people are listening, and maybe they need to. Maybe they need to hear what you're saying.
I'm gonna tell you just like this. When you have a platform for many years, I've always laid off. I have my brother, and I watched him. I'm 53, so he's been doing this 30 years or 20, like for real. And
I doing this 40-something years.
okay, so there it is.
He's been DJing 40 years.
So check this out then.
Okay.
Where we at with the communication, where we at with the direct action. And if we know we got a sound wave, we know we got a faith. See, he said something the other day about the churches.
Okay.
And I don't even want to touch that.
No, let's talk about it.
Oh, you really do?
Let's talk about it.
Sean, bro.
Come on. You don't talk to silly.
No. I'm talking. I'm sipping and I'm talking. But if you're going to talk about Lena, Shantae, Chevy, and everything, and what's going on into the community from education and everything, and you got a big platform, and you just said he was there how many years? The book?
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, right? So Homer has been. Homer has been doing this.
Exactly.
Listen to me.
Thank you, Homer.
Hold on. For 30, 35, almost 40 years, right?
Prank calls and all.
The same, and people expect Homer to be something that he's not.
No.
Homer is a DJ.
That's it.
Homer is an advocate. Homer does stuff for children.
Exactly.
Homer is about the black experience. He's about black people, right? But Homer has never been a person to be confrontational
at all. But then the confrontation comes in him not listening and only getting his point across, like you're doing right now. Listen,
that's the show.
Okay. So if you want to bring it on and not take accountability for what's going on in the community, because you're connected.
But how can Homer be accountable for other people's actions?
It's not him, Sean.
But that's just it.
No, don't put my word on it.
Well, help me understand it.
Because
Right? That's why we here.
I'm not talking. I said his platform.
His platform is about children. His platform
No.
is about truth.
No.
Homer doesn't get involved in arguments or controversy.
Yes, he brings it on. I just said what I said. He brings it on, and the controversy, and then when you're in opposition of something that you're saying, the person that's hosting, as you're saying right now, you're in opposition to what I'm saying. But it's your thought. I know you're not, because we're having an intellectual, comprehensive conversation. But you're still in opposition. So I'm going to answer your question.
Okay.
See,
so I got another question. How long have you known Homer?
What did I say? I'm 53 years old.
How long have you known?
I don't know him.
So that's it.
No. You need to let me explain. Like, I don't do that. And you want to know what gaslighting is? And I'm telling you. See, I respect you to put me on this platform. Just like Homer and anybody else. And when you have a powerful, I can go Shannon Hughes, I can go Keon, I can go all of them. The platform that you have as a black person to get your intellect voice out, I can go so many. What's the Andrea Williams? She's been on, what's his name? Reggie, what's his name? Brown. No. I can go on those levels. You understand? The platforms. And the only reason I'm saying Homer Blow, because I support Homer Blow. Listen,
don't talk about nothing like you.
So listen to what I'm saying, Sean.
Okay.
It is not about the person, it's the platform, and they're massive. and how they getting the message across and what message. So when
I'm asking, what's the issue with it? No, I don't want to mobile.
he can't have no
What's the issue
there's
with Homer's message or platform?
so when somebody come on and ask you in opposition, just like this cold weather, and then when he got to speaking about the churches,
But you haven't told me the
I-
context, so I
I know. Listen
don't
to
give
what
the context.
I'm giving you the context.
Okay.
Just to what anything else on here. And you know, when you got the podcast, you want people to come here, right? You want to hear the context and not judge you, but listen. Just listen. And that's what he wants you to do. But you don't want to control it. And I'm just saying, if you've been an entertainer, a DJ, and
Can
everything,
you share what was stated
uh-huh.
that got you
No,
that has you
you want to do that?
Just let me know.
focusing on this right now.
No.
Can you share what was stated? What was that?
When-
And I'm sure other people don't know.
No, because when we have lost 3 people, the one person in the cold and the church is didn't open. See, nobody knows the bylaws. I do.
I do too.
The bylaws and then the constitution of why they can't have shelters 24 hours open. The bylaws states that.
So what's the issue?
The issue is when
With Homer, what
Okay.
did Homer do?
he said in connection with the churches, and somebody confronted him why the churches didn't open.
They don't have to.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Let me tell you why. Because the bylaws, they don't have to because it's a business. That's just like McDonald's didn't have to. You know, 27, the Holocaust Center, when they were doing the Kwanzaa stuff, and they did all that. So it's like, listen to what I'm saying, and please.
We got a paralegal right here.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Let's ask him.
So
Did the churches have to open?
you don't know the bylaws.
Required by law
The bylaws.
to
No,
open their doors to the homeless.
they could.
Sean,
They can't.
I'm just asking.
because I have a paralegal diploma, don't make me know every aspect of what you're saying.
We
It takes
start doing all this stuff.
no. It takes research.
Right.
So that's where knowing the questions beforehand, then I can research it
Well,
and I can tell you.
I'm saying this, right? Because I know that I know how it's operated.
Yeah.
As
How
far
much?
as with who's control of these places that people can come and get heat, right?
Yeah.
Come and warm up these warming centers. The city of Milwaukee, they really don't have any control. They work with these places and offer payments to these, but the county is in control of warming places and homelessness and all that. The churches, which is supposed to be separate from government, right? They can't be forced to open their doors.
No, I wouldn't think so. I don't know as a matter of
Morally,
law.
they should.
As a matter of law.
Right.
You would say more than
Morally, they should.
Let me.
We can't hold them accountable if they don't.
Let me tell you something. All because of the basis of structure before leaving Earth. So
Right.
yeah, it's the basic structure before leaving Earth.
What does it say in the Bible? Because people don't say this to you, right?
I don't care.
What does it say in the Bible that you gotta open your door to somebody that's coming?
It don't say that. Bible. But it brings the
Talk to them.
it brings the parable of the Samaritan. What when it said about the priest
Yeah, about
saying a man in need,
Yeah.
and he kept walking past him and just walked past him. But then I think they said a thief or some other person walked past him and helped.
Right.
So it's about that, really. It's about your conscience.
Yeah.
It's about your church and what you want this community to do.
And if you don't act, right, then it's not for me to judge you because you'll be judged by the Most High.
How can I say something?
Am I right or wrong?
But that's not saying you can't have a word to say.
You can have your opinion.
Well, listen.
You
Okay.
can have your opinion, but
Can I
but we cannot hold them up.
No.
We cannot say, you know what, y'all gotta do it.
No. Because I'm gonna say something, and what people don't realize, like seriously, you have my car.
Mhm.
You know what I do.
Okay.
He don't, and you don't to know the stance of it, the politics, like you were talking about Chevy, the Common Council, and all of this stuff. It's levels. Every
I'm gonna
person,
try to get Chevy on here too.
you can.
I'm gonna try.
No, you can. He should.
You should.
He should if he really cares.
So
Really.
keep
So,
popping, bro.
so the thing is this: when you know the politics and the reasoning, the foundation of every level, you keep throwing you a paralegal. No, you are a man of intelligence. I don't look at that. You're a man of intelligence. You're a
But
man
he
of,
has the type.
no, I
He's
tell
a
you
paralegal.
because you study that.
I studied it.
That's it. So the understand that that's not him.
That's right. It's not me.
That's not him.
It's not him, but that's a skill that he had.
No, that's
Acquired.
I have acquired it, but I haven't been practicing it in over 15 years.
But that's your fault.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
So
your
you
fault.
gotta stay current on
You
law.
start reading
You
stuff.
know.
Listen, I'm current.
Update.
I'm current.
It's like a game. Update.
I'm current. I'm so current. I'm current.
So
And
let me ask you this, because you know
I swear. Go ahead.
you're the lone female,
I'm a what?
the lone female in this program.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just speaking with other females, and I would love to have a panel
Of females.
of you sisters come
Me
down
too.
and share with us, and speak about male interaction,
And you know what?
female intuition, female
You know,
this, female
listen,
that.
I'm trying to talk.
that.
Listen, you know what?
Especially next month, because it's
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 Black
the
History.
month of Black History
Can I-
and Valentine's, my heart, my sweetness. Oh, I love you.
So I can't have
Right?
that. So you can't unnecessary. So I'm gonna tell you this where I'm at. No. I said, yeah, you're wrong. In short, so I'm gonna tell y'all. I do this. I live in the spiritual realm. I live in your realm. You live in your realm, his realm, but I live in my realm.
My realm.
The fuck?
I'm just saying.
Yep. I'm here, right? Paid in full. So, so I see to feel. I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for this gift, the discernment. I hear everything you're saying, and I'm standing on topic with you. I don't do rhetorical, and I like the Bible this. He has given you a space.
Yeah, because he's
Listen.
where are you again?
Reasonable.
He's giving you a space. He's given us a space that we need. And he said he ain't been asleep 24 hours, and I feel you, and I see that. So,
Oh, fuck, man, because
like for real. And y'all to understand, I came out because I wanted to see what you want.
well, on.
No. You heard me.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
That's why I'm asking.
I said what you're on.
Oh, when I'm on,
And I
I
see
feel it. Positivity.
I-
in me.
listen,
You know what I mean?
did
Gang member. Bang bang, gang member.
he said you like, and I thank you.
Yeah.
And can I have this moment? Because people always want to know. I keep everything to me. My brothers and sisters know. I keep everything to me. My mother taught me, get to know the person for yourself. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. If I'm sitting here, I have some sips. So I can do that because if I didn't cuss, then she would be back.
Make you know.
I don't care. I apologize now. Just
No, it's fine.
No,
It's not a political thing.
no, because when I tell you how I feel in this room, it's love.
No, it's fine.
It's
You want to express yourself the way you want to
yeah.
express
No,
yourself.
this is straight, y'all. This you set up something of love.
So I ain't got nothing to do with it.
You set up how you greeted me and everything. That's how you want to be.
God see.
You greeted to the stand up. I got these socks on. You get them back.
Oh,
But you, and then you open it up from where we need to be in a safe. This is a safe. You call it it's a safe space.
it is a safe place. Yeah.
And I feel it because, and you know how I work. You've been in my safe space, and I'm coming from Lake Geneva.
Oh, that's why you were like. See, you say
The
all that.
fuck?
And you was asleep when I called.
And I said, here I come.
I put that out there in Facebook that you really weren't prepared
Yeah, I was. That's why I
for
had
the
to say,
same room.
I'm ready.
You almost overslept.
No, I didn't.
Lake Geneva is how many? What's it?
That's not already saying.
So, and they got that winter effect.
I was saying I'm gonna drop you off, but I'm not.
Yeah, you are. You're going to take me on 38.
Okay.
You
I'm not dropping you off.
Yeah, you are.
I'm
No,
not
I'm good because I'm here now.
I'm not going to let you.
But I'm here now. You're going to take me home into the stand side. And that's another thing. I have 7 people in my home.
That's what's up.
They reached out to me, and this is what I'm saying in the community. If I had you in my home and everything else, and people know me, and I'm not taking nothing away because I know the church and what Homer and all this political.
Who doesn't tell you what Homer did?
He didn't do nothing.
So why you on him?
I
Because he
said,
didn't do
do
nothing.
nothing. The book, listen, no, he didn't. Homer is what he's doing. I'm not taking nothing away from him. Please understand what I'm saying. I'm not. Please, you don't make it what you're trying to make it.
No,
I'm just saying he could have did more with his position.
And he's
More-
not.
More voice.
on what though?
I need y'all. Can y'all? I got friends. We got listen to
He stated on the churches. What did he say about the churches?
people were complaining the churches wasn't open, and he stood 10 toes down on that. And we if I
He
understand.
stood 10 times down saying that
Listen,
saying what?
they ain't gotta open their things, and this is it. And these churches, you don't stand behind a corporation and in the service of. Listen to what Sean
I'm listening.
perspective and perception, the bylaws, and then you see this, and people believe they go there and they want a healing. They giving 10% for 90% of a lie. They only getting 10% of the truth. So you gotta work. So
I got an uncle who got a church on 36 and right. Right? 36 and right.
Mhm.
He got a big old church and he got the place across the street.
I know where it's at.
And my uncle pays his rent on that church.
okay,
The congregation don't pay it.
okay,
My uncle does.
okay.
So you said that my uncle has to open that church for the community?
If that's in his heart and spirit, Sean.
As a man of God.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's in his heart and spirit as a man of God, but if it's not,
That's on him. Because what he
so
wants.
how do we blame Homer for?
No, I'm not blaming. Stop.
So how do
putting
we hold him
words.
accountable? Then?
No.
Well, what are we?
I hold him accountable because when you got a platform,
But he just speaking.
no, he's not.
If they don't want to, they don't have to, sister.
That's all you have to say.
Well, I didn't say the comments.
Exactly. That's all. Don't try when the church don't do what the congregation of what the basic instruction of before leaving earth. See, people, the Catholics.
Let's not do that.
No, I'm gonna do it.
Let's not
I'm
do
gonna
that.
do it. Due to the facts. If you look at every woman shelter, they're Catholics. Facts. They're Catholics. Don't do me.
So
I
let's talk about the Vatican then.
No.
Because that's Catholic, right? And the Catholic, the Vatican is its own entity.
Sean,
I'm
when you got the church, no,
But we're talking about-
no,
we're talking about
COVIC, Church of God in Christ. God, Bishop, listen, I can say so much. I'm trying not to say it. Hear me. I'm gonna stand and you take me in a whole conversation. I'm literally trying to have a conversation.
Well, I
And the
gotta
Catholics,
ask you questions that
every
are
woman said,
not one-sided.
exactly. Every church that's been open is Catholic. Every shelter that's been open is backed by Catholics. That's it. And when we people asking to open up the community church that's Black-owned Church of God in Christ,
Okay.
they don't, because they got bylaws. And they got to find those bylaws. They can't be no church because they are business up under a non-profit.
So how many? Let me ask, how many churches were open?
Listen, don't. Okay.
No,
It's like 4 or 5. Yeah, no, I do know.
Oh, you do know?
I do know. Every church that was open and sheltered, they get a nonprofit, and then under them and the stance of their community and what they say, they follow the Catholicisms, whatever that they
Catholicism.
the Catholicism. And that's my first, the Catholicism.
Okay.
And then in the Catholicism and the Christianity, that's what Blacks are looking at.
But Christianity is different than Catholicism.
No, shit, well, you're right. And I swear to God, I hope I got my wiki up.
So-
look, here's it. See?
How many Catholic churches are in the Black community?
Here it is. Due to the fact, everybody that's Catholicism, they get this from us. This Catholicism, this is our ancestors.
No.
Yeah, it is.
No, Catholicism. Hold on. Catholicism,
Mhm.
the Catholic Church, what is the Council of Nicaea,
Mhm.
right? Which is behind the beginning of Christianity, right? That was formed by a Catholic society. So they just left me.
Let's use the restaurant.
Well, anyway, but you understand.
Or you said,
The Council of Nicaea was behind a lot of religious practices and religions.
as far as the Catholic Church.
Yeah. And I don't, me personally, I don't blame my uncle for not opening his church because I know where it's set, right? It's on, 36 right.
Oh,
I mean,
well, it's one down here. You can visit,
36 right. My uncle has a small congregation. My uncle pays the bills. He doesn't get funded. He's not on a list of churches that the city has contracted to open. The city can't make them open because they're not city. They are separate from state. So the city cannot make them open, but the county is on the county because the county is over homelessness and these institutions. The county, now the city has been working with the county to provide places. When it comes to churches, though, it is my belief that because it's a church, that congregation and the pastor has to say so over what happens in that church.
Yeah, correct. But we saying if you
Understand morally, right?
So the pastors, they go by morals. They go by they should go by the word of God. They go by if I know if I'm a pastor and I got a space.
Can I say something?
Yes,
You said the word of God. I take that one. Take the word of God. Take it the basic instructions of that. Because people, the word of God.
What the Bible.
Yeah.
What you spelling out is the Bible.
Exactly.
And so when I reference the word of God, I mean the Bible.
I know.
So when they go for far as the Bible or the word of God, and that's what you do. Yeah, I mean you help your community. If you got the means, then it's below zero. You open the doors and you let people in. That's what you do.
Don't though. That's on you and God. And God says, "Touch not my anointed."
No, it's not.
God would judge them.
No, he's not gonna judge it. It's nothing to judge. It's just a matter of your community.
That's
They choose not to.
Listen, I
And that's on them.
I opened up my home.
Okay,
And I'm the
that's a
church.
great thing.
No. We are the church. There's
But if
people-
you didn't, could nobody hold you accountable for that?
and
Everybody say, you know what? I ain't fucking with Sheila because she didn't open her door. They will be wrong for that.
I
You
know
don't have to.
What
No.
they saying, Shine, is this. Nobody have to die in the
and
cold.
cold.
I understand that.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
I agree with that.
You know,
Yeah.
it's a trigger for me. When I tell you, I deal with domestic violence like 14, 15 years and suicide. And I thank those that I'm able to be and to hear them in their last breath or their last thought, and then they're gone. The worst thing one can do is die in the cold. For real. It's cold, the fire, for real, and dying of suffocation. And then
I just think any type of violent death is right there. I don't.
Well,
think
any death that
it
could have been avoided. It could have been avoided.
Yeah.
So
It's-
and I'm not saying those people that died would have died anyway, but I'm saying this: if you got the space,
Yeah.
if you a minister of a church, and your
Morally, you should be obligated.
if
Right.
you knew,
I would think so.
listen,
I would too.
if you knew the homelessness and their thoughts and why some people, I had 7 people, I had a whole family, a husband and wife and 3 kids, and then 2 sisters that remember what I told them that I met on the streets. And they tested me. They came to me. We was able to send finally. We was able, because I was like, are you tired of being hungry? I guess COVID scared her ass.
So let me share something, right?
COVID scared her ass.
Right? And you know, but I've been homeless.
Mhm.
I've been homeless due to my circumstances with this legal shit, right?
Oh.
And I have never said, you know what, I'm mad at you because you didn't open your door.
No, not
No,
mad.
that-
It's not. You can't be mad. Sean.
Hey,
I'm just saying, as a personal thing, for our pastor.
Right.
I'm saying, if you got the space,
Mark,
you're a man of God.
You
we
should.
here to serve the community.
We would.
Why
you
wouldn't you?
would.
If you
Right.
could.
Why wouldn't
you?
you?
However, if you got the
However,
class,
if they don't,
then they don't.
then they don't. I don't think that.
because
But
Listen.
my thing is, how do we go at Homer because the
I'm not
churches
supposed-
did it,
no,
and
no,
he
no,
just-
no, 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 no,
he
no.
just explained the point.
He explained his point, and
Not
I'm,
his point, but their point.
no, he didn't.
He doesn't own the church.
Listen to what I'm saying. He didn't explain his point. He was in opposition of the point that was being presented.
Which was
Why? As I'm stating, he's stating, and you're going back and
they don't have to go shoot.
listen. You promise you don't do that.
We on TV. I can call you that. This is professionalism at its best. This is a celebrate.
It's Sheila. Sheila. It ain't Sheila. I had to learn it.
So we
No,
upset
I'm
because
not
of what?
upset. Because when you
We're questioning him because of what?
no,
Well, what are we doing?
you are questioning me because of what I'm asking. So
I'm
let's
asking what you're asking.
there you go. When you got a platform and you ask these type of questions, and you're gonna get
You said the question was asked of him.
your question was asked of him, and then you see to know and under and overstand that they can't do
What
nothing.
was his response?
I guess they agreed with the.
The opposition of the church
Yeah,
to understand
which was-
because they sponsor you.
Which was
No, they ain't gotta open up the church.
they don't.
They don't. You know, and then people got to understand that
That they don't.
and why. Because
they don't have to.
no, Sean, they don't have to, and then again they do because you got members in your time of need that are paid. Listen,
There's members who get their lights turned off, who lose their houses.
do they
that
have
the church don't. So how can we say? How can we look at Homer?
And I'm not. Mm,
Let me finish. Because he just gave his opinion.
that's it.
So why are we holding him responsible for giving his opinion?
The truth. Give the truth
The truth is they don't have to, sis.
Listen, they do.
No, they don't.
I got the information.
Legally, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Legally, they do not have to let anybody stay in a church.
At all.
Right? And this is why the city and the county has paid these churches to open their doors. Some churches said, we don't want y'all money, we're not going to open.
Check this out. There's a church in Ohio right now.
Okay.
And he said, this is what we here for.
That's because he chose to, though.
Exactly.
Because
See,
he
how
said,
that.
I'm going to follow this mantra, and this is how I'm going to operate because this is what I believe in, right? But who are we to say, you know, I don't agree with your beliefs.
No.
I don't agree with your policies when the church is its own entity.
Okay, so when a church, the building, the pillar, the four walls, that's a corporation. That's a corporation. You go into school, they got Bible school, they got financial school, they got marriage counseling, right? They got spiritual healing, and then they got the word. Okay, so you go into this building, a corporation, and you paying 10% of your income to get 10% of the truth of the word from a man. They call himself God. See, the delusion.
My uncle ain't never called himself that.
Now, people call him that.
No.
The fuck? I swear to God, they call him.
I've never heard anybody call myself anything outside of pastor, reverend,
And there you go.
and herald.
That's
They
it.
never called him God.
No, the man of God, the woman of God.
The man of God,
See?
he's a man of God.
No, you're not.
Why isn't he?
Because I'm just, you are a God. You're not.
But why isn't he a man of God?
If you're a man of God,
If God is within me, right?
Be against you.
Right? Hold on. But if God is within me, because you know that God dwells within us, why am I not a man of God?
Okay, and if God is well,
God is in me and of me.
okay.
If I'm practicing the word of God.
Okay, so he that is within you is your God. So I put this out there, and I said, you're showing us your God in you, because you're gonna give it these people, like this virtual world or whatever, and you being here. And if I call myself a woman of God, and I open up my home, and you got a whole building, he opened up his home for this, right? He's a man of God, and he's giving us the word to get out.
This does not do nothing with religion or spirituality.
Am I making sense?
Well, I'm gonna say this. Yeah, you are making sense.
Thank you.
But I'm gonna say this. Your uncle, you said he paid for everything himself. I'm just gonna say he don't have to open the door.
He don't.
Of course not.
Nobody does.
Nobody.
Right.
But if you're aware of the dangers of this code,
And if you have a certain degree of empathy and love and right?
Get
like your fellow man,
your fellow man.
as you should,
Yeah.
and then
You are not required.
you're not required.
And you know why you're not required? You know why? Because then that's of yourself. I said that is of yourself. Because I didn't open my home for you or those other people or anybody else. In the book,
Well,
I said, because I'm looking at your circumstances over mine. Over mine. Your time of need was greater than mine. Their time
so
of
what
need,
about the churches who?
their time of need is greater than the church.
So let me ask you, what about the churches that got 6, 7 members, storefront, and they struggling to pay their bills, and they don't have a contract with the city or the county, right? And they say, I can't afford to open.
Listen, when I tell you, I got people that got them churches, that got them houses, that was asking for air mattresses, blankets, and everything.
I'm talking about the ones that don't. I'm talking about the ones that don't have that type of network, though.
They did.
No. I'm not talking about those that do. I'm talking about those that don't.
They didn't have that.
I'm talking about those that don't have. Listen, that's like my uncle, right? 36 and right. That community does not support the church.
Okay.
That community, a lot of people over there, it's the adverse atmosphere and environment, right?
Mhm.
So if they don't support him, if they don't support that entity, if they don't pour into, and I'm not just talking about financially, I'm all of it. If they don't pour into that, right? Because the church is the body.
I'm about to do you.
The church is the body, right?
I'm about to
And
do
the
it.
people, right? If the people don't pour into it, what's gonna come out of it?
I'm gonna tell you something, Sean. I'm gonna show you me in that sense.
I'm asking you to ask the question.
I'm going to answer you.
If nobody pours in, what's gonna come out?
Y'all know what?
Nothing, right?
So look at me. I'm pouring. I'm pouring. I'm pouring so much.
She's one person.
Listen, no, I'm old. I'm a
Oh,
whole.
right now, right here, you're one person.
In your presence, I am.
You're
But-
one person.
In your presence, but I know what's around me.
However,
No, Sean.
we're talking about, listen, we're not talking about me, you, and me. We have other people, and we're talking about the reality of what's taking place in Milwaukee and how this affects other people, because we're talking about Homer and
I'm
his,
not.
hold on, and his influence
That's right.
on others
So when
and
you,
his messaging.
so when you say, you know what, the church can't do nothing, y'all.
I didn't say they couldn't.
No.
I said that they don't have to.
The churches didn't do nothing. They didn't have to.
They're not required to. Morally, they are.
Him by human integrity.
No, by God, not by human, by God, and
He
morally. When you become a pastor, you know that empathy, that compassion for your fellow man, for another one of God's children.
Can you say sick and shut in?
Sick, shut in, fellow man.
No.
Aren't they your fellow man or woman though?
Everybody is
So they don't just have to be sick and shut in.
at all.
You have this for everybody. Right.
Regard.
And if you don't, though, I can't judge you.
At all. And so when you're in your entity, a business, a person, there's a place, and you got a platform, and this is what you're supposed to be putting out. Listen, Sean, because I'm listening to you in
You
here.
can't suppose.
Okay. And yet,
But we talking about suppose. That means that we know what he's going to do on his show. You're supposed to do this on your show because we expect.
No. You trying to take it somewhere that I'm not.
I'm just saying. When you say suppose, I think of expectations.
That's the whole.
That's what I think.
Like you getting your expectations out, and I'm getting my expectations out, and I want people to under and over and understand that we should be working together.
Correct.
Right? Not against each other at all. Fuck the government.
Okay.
Fuck that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
I have no
So
argument.
listen. So when you are healing the hood, we all we got. You understand? Real man, real talk. Don't have me go there. So I understand on a whole different way the program and what's been said and what ain't been said and how the deflection, what you doing. No, you are, but you're not, and
I'm not deflecting.
you're not. You're being direct, and you want me to stay on that, but you're not.
I'm being objective.
No, you're being what it need to be.
Objective.
No, you're being what is need to be.
Objective. I need to be objective so that I can share.
As a black person,
Okay.
and we ain't got shit. We need to be together. Fuck that shit. And I'm sorry.
So I don't agree with that totally.
I know, because you know why? Because one thing, two things, and four things for sure. I wouldn't be here if you didn't protect me.
Okay.
And I wouldn't be here to under and understand a whole lot that goes on in our power as we the people. And we allow those titles, status, bylaws, and constitutions, and I ain't got to do it because it's what?
But that's the thing.
It ain't the thing. That's the when you say that's the thing, yeah, that's the thing. That is the main.
We don't.
We don't.
Things.
We don't.
But
we don't.
I had to learn, right? And I really.
We don't. We don't.
It took me being on the run to learn this, right? That my expectation of others is just my expectation.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't mean that they have to
at all
do anything
at all. But
right?
so
hold on. And once I remove those expectations from people, guess what?
You can see who they are.
No,
Therefore,
not that. Because me seeing who they are, that was another expectation.
No.
What it allowed me to do is accept them for who they are.
Exactly.
Faults, greatness, whatever, because I don't look at them as, you know what?
You need to be doing this.
You can't be a failure. You can't hurt me. If I have expectations on you, no, it's cold, man. You know, if I place expectations on you, right?
That's what people do.
I'll treat you unfairly because my expectations are mine. You may never fulfill those goals, right? or so that's unfair to you. And what I've decided in my life is that expectations have no place in my life. Because that way nobody can ever disappoint me.
Check this out, man.
You can never fail me. I can never become upset with you if I don't expect to do something.
Can I say something? I'm about to hit you with something hard as a man.
I find that. I hate that.
Your child.
Student.
Yeah, your child.
My child or
no. Or when we, woman, give you your child, and you're the man, and you set forth, especially a son and daughter, you expect them to be a certain way because you put them in alignment to be. Let's say
I did. I did. However, I learned to remove that because it was unfair to that person.
So check this out. So me, I'm 53 years old and I have my last daughter 35 years old.
Okay.
So I learned, my first one was 21. So to see that and how my mother and everything and the whole environment of this community and how the program works and how they want us to sink in this opposition, you and I going back and forth, right? And then
we have a conversation.
No. For real.
I had a good conversation.
Right. We are really having a conversation. But it's still a back and forth because I am an overstand.
We're trying to reach a mutual place that we're cool with, but now we may not reach that place.
I have.
Not in a lot of time. Because we're two individuals that have our own thoughts.
Exactly.
And our own feelings. Our own some shit.
Exactly. I don't have none.
Okay.
Listen,
so if you don't have expectations, why did Homer bother you so much?
He didn't.
Why are you so upset?
I'm not.
So what's the issue?
I'm speaking to his why and what it bothered someone else to the why. And
why is that concerned?
Because I'm gonna speak the shit out of it. Because I care for all of it and I see the division in it and I see why he said his and why the other person said theirs, but then I see what the cause is and it's the program.
You know, somebody called me about this show, right?
And listen,
a couple people.
Okay, me too. So I'm gonna say this, and then to the opposition, I have my brothers and sisters keepers. And then if I get to speaking about some bylaws to understand the concept of why we do things monetarily and for our people, and then we don't, ain't nobody should have no control over our community like that.
So let's one thing before we close, right?
Okay, I'll close.
We got a couple mega churches, right?
We know.
We got the Hines churches out there, Oak Good Hope, the other one.
Oh, I didn't want to do that.
Finish, though. No. Let me finish. Right?
There's the membership.
No, we have those.
It's
Right.
a membership.
But I'm thinking about.
It is I am
Just
I.
let me finish. Please. I'm thinking about the upstart churches, those that the storefront churches, right?
You know what
Hold on, let me finish. I'm thinking of the churches that don't have congregations that tie 10% regularly. And you got 300, 400 members. I'm thinking about them churches. I'm thinking about how We Energies don't give them any incentives or give them any discounts, right? Now, is it morally wrong, morally inexcusable for a church not to open for the homeless when the Bible states other or whatever, right? But yet we as Black people question the authenticity and the content of the Bible.
Can I?
Let me get to what I'm taking, right? Which leads me to say this. God has given every man a mind of his own. And what I learned was the Bible are biblical instructions before leaving this earth. If you follow those, then hey, you will receive eternal life. And if you don't, then you won't. And my decision and the decisions I make in life, right? I gotta stand before God with those, right? And if I go there and I say to God, well, God, you know what? Yeah, I was out of order sometimes, but I was trying to stand on duty because I know what you said. And I was trying to make them do what you said. And yeah, I sinned. And, I did stuff that wasn't right. Or, but it was because I was trying to make them do what you said, right? God, like, I didn't tell you to worry about them. No, I didn't tell you to worry about the world. Right? Yeah, as people, and I'm not talking you.
I know.
Right? But as a people, man, we often look at what's wrong with us instead of what's good about us.
Can I tell you? Yeah. No.
I'm gonna give you the last word. On our show, right?
He keep making me laugh. He keep making me
on our show.
I don't like that.
On our show, it is Sip and Talk, but we try to highlight the greatness of us, right? And
I think, can I say something right now, Sean? That you hearing yourself, and I don't know what. Yourself.
I'll hear the same thing you hear.
No.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You hear your.
You want to hear?
No.
Because you're gonna. I hear you. I hear me. I hear you.
But you still got your thoughts thinking. That's why you answer yourself and talking to me. So I'm gonna say this. Yes, all of that you're saying. I come in peace. We come in peace, and we want to. So we come in peace. We come in love. He is. We come in peace. We come in love. We come in unity. So when you see something, bylaws don't matter. Humanity, being a servant, and there's no expectation. But when you see that you're not living up to your manly expectation, and then you got a community supporting you in your expectation of what you want to do, but you can't turn around and say, you know what, y'all, here we go to one place, be it at the center. They had Kwanzaa. This is so funny to me on a whole different level. I was like, Kwanzaa from the 26th to the 1st, the drums and all this. The first candle you light is a black one, and that's unity in the community. And then this happened. Why I'm asking questions about Homer and anybody else? Because you can't spit lies. You can't spit deflection. It's all political. It's all about money, and it's all about reputation.
Okay.
So I hear what you're saying, I hear what he's saying, and I hear what the others are saying. But when we die in a community, and you got people reaching out to me or anybody else, you got people asking for air mattresses because they trying to come up with ways. You got people asking, you got blankets, you got socks, because I'm about to go out here and help our people, right? But you got places that they, what's that, on 27th and Center? I know, the Holocaust Center, the Black, yeah. You got other places besides a church.
Yeah.
You got other facilities besides the church, and say, you know what? We got clubs, we got whatever they have a hip hop celebration at. Come on and dress up, pop your collar. You got other centers to do stuff, and people own stuff. People own buildings. People own dance studios. People own a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah.
They don't want to deal with the community because of mental health. Facts.
Well,
No. You don't.
It's
When
not
I-
mental health, though.
When I tell you that,
There's a safety factor here,
listen to
and mental health.
Sean, you didn't let me
mental health-
finish. You didn't let me finish because I'm gonna break this down to you so cold, bro.
You got about
When you got the Milwaukee County Transit System, and they can pick up people off the bus stop, and they ride around with people. You got buses out there that they can say, "You homeless? Come on, sit on the bus." That's it. That's it. So you got these people, bus drivers, Milwaukee, however they train Milwaukee County Transit System drivers that deal with mental health and people on that bus, and they're calm, just like a baby with colic. A baby with colic, you put them in a car, they go to sleep. Just like a person, we have some issue. You put them on the bus. That's why you see people sleeping on the bus, right? They're like in the midst of it. So we ain't got that harmony. We ain't got that common sense.
I know the bus drivers. I know the bus drivers who drive around, and when they see people,
they put them on.
hey, y'all get over here and get
on. Exactly.
But they didn't have to
at all.
So which I'm gonna so
Let's
I'm gonna look at that.
Exactly.
So that's the higher power that the pastors got to account for. It ain't that as far as no laws, as far as what man can put on. More, but I'm just saying it's God. Yeah. So if I know in my heart, I know I should do something, and I don't do it.
That's on you.
That's
on me.
And so
It's not on you. It's
I,
not on me to hold you accountable.
that's right.
but it's on you to call it out. And
No, it's not.
Get it.
I'm gonna tell you why.
The fuck?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because I don't pay his bills.
No.
Oh, let me finish.
Okay.
I don't pay his bills, right?
Uh-huh.
I don't work for him. I don't work with him. He is his own person. He is his own entity. The way that he chooses
To do it.
to live his life, that is not of my concern if it is not affecting me adversely.
Exactly.
Right? So it goes for the pastors. These pastors are also people.
I know.
Right?
And here,
Hold on. Let me finish.
oh dang master,
Let
For real.
me
married
finish.
you at the same time. Go ahead.
Because you feel one way, that doesn't mean that anybody else has to.
Exactly.
As a people, God gave us the gift of choice,
Free will.
choice, right?
Free will.
Which means that no other man has the right to judge any other man.
So you walk.
And that's what we are doing when we say you're wrong for not opening your doors.
It's not a matter of wrong.
Right.
It's bigger than that. It's not about. Can't no person say you wrong for that. That's what I'm saying. You right for that. Okay, because he answered to a higher authority.
Exactly.
And he not that authority.
So this is my thing. How can we have expectations of what people should do? And
No, we trying to figure out solutions so that people won't die in the streets when it's cold. So we say,
I don't think that should be held on just the past.
No, it's not. Some people say, let's open the bars. They say, let's open the bars. Let's open the bars. It's not about just the churches. It's not.
That's what I'm trying to get to.
We're not see the mortality of this, John. And then when you want to go back, I'm going to bring it back. I support homeless. I support everybody in this community. Because when you give it back, but what holds people is the title status and then the circumstances. Because you ain't gonna fuck up my money.
But hold on.
Listen to what I'm saying. Yeah, you do. So listen. It just you gotta understand and understand it because you.
I do though.
Okay.
Horror is his own entity.
Exactly. You are your own entity. I'm my own entity. He's his own entity, and so we here, right? And anybody that's looking, you came from a different. So when you listen and hear a person and what they're saying and why, like okay, and then you know the system and indoctrination and how the system should nobody put us down, not even us, because of a title status or what the fuck ever. I shouldn't even be scared of you. I had 7 strangers in my house, and I shouldn't be. Listen, I took this. Ooh, when somebody, we shouldn't be judging each other. We shouldn't be.
But we have to.
No,
We have to if we want to hold each other accountable. So that we can better each other.
So when you show me you, that's when I hold you accountable. But when you're being you and your need and your time and your wants, and I'm providing that need because God said they need you. So I'm like, okay.
But if being me is adverse or counterproductive to success and peace, then what?
That's where we are. That's where we are, and that's where we should be. That's it. That's all. Nothing else. So that's it. We're gonna end it on that.
Yeah,
because
we gonna
that's it. That was good. That was good.
I'm
was good.
I'm gonna let you.
That was good.
The last word. Then we're gonna give her last word.
Well, my last word is this. Because I gotta apologize. I've been up all night for 24 plus hours. I'm tired. So I wanted to engage more. I couldn't, but
no. And I see him and whoever watching to understand me, and he understands me.
We have turns, bro. It's not your turn.
Because I'm the big mama. Yep. I am. You put me right here, and I took control of it.
That's right.
And I'm honored.
Last words to the people. Tell the people what you got coming up. What you got going
on.
Y'all
listen. Listen, y'all. So community take over, but we community together for our children and the Crusaders. We're going to be out promoting and showing you why you should be at the school boards and how and where your power is at for us in the community. We're going to be knocking on doors, souls to the polls. We're going to be knocking in clubs because your voice matters. We are that powerful, and y'all don't even know how powerful you are. And I'm just here as an entity to show you how powerful we are. I can be talking about it, but I'm here for our children. I'm here for you. I'm here for me. I'm here for the future. I'm here for us because 2024 RNC. I am not political. I am not. So you can be Democrat, Republican. I don't give 2 zeros in them.
I ain't got the Emmy News or the Emmy News. I'm about to start playing.
So I am not here for that. What I am here for is truth. And those that know me, I'm going to be held accountable. I am going to be held to my truth. I don't care what you think of me. I don't care what you know of me because I will speak my truth. But can you handle the truth when I give it back to you about yourself? So I am here to let y'all know 2024, we here. And it's our voice. We here. We like our ancestors came back and they here. They really here. I'm not in opposition to Homer. Lena. Okay. Lena Taylor. Lena,
It's time to go. I gotta wrap it up. So listen,
Lena.
I wanna thank everybody.
We still
Once again,
Yes, we are.
this has been gang members, talking Sip Micks. I'm gonna leave with this last word though. Expectations. There's nothing wrong with placing expectations on yourself because it's just another way of reaching your goals. But when we place expectations on others, I believe that's not fair to those because we don't know their strengths or their weaknesses. It shouldn't be about expectations, but it should be about cooperation.
and truth.
Amen.
It should be
True.
about cooperation.
No, truth.
Let me finish. This is not your segment.
Yeah,
This is my segment.
you got
I'm
me.
closing the show, right? True. We're not talking about that. We're talking about what we're talking about today. And forego the expectations. If you don't place expectations on anybody else, they can never disappoint you.
At all.
They
Only you.
never have a reason to fall out with the person that you say that you care about.
Exactly. Just call them up
So
on their
today-
bullshit.
Today we're gonna leave you with this word right here, man. Unconditional love is more than just a word. Unconditional love is the practice of looking beyond faults, going beyond expectations, and seeing what you want for that person. Unconditional love is loving that person for who they are, where they are, when they're in that place at all times. And to love somebody means that you love yourself unconditionally. And that's the most powerful gift that you can give yourself.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
to love yourself unconditionally.
And to
So
love
tonight, I leave you and we leave you saying that I love you unconditionally. And until next time, man, this has been gang members in the game room with me, Sister Sheila, and I'm Sean Moore. Thank you for joining in. And until next time, it is what it is.
Lena.
Talk to you later.
Lena.
Peace.
Lena. You ready to go to sleep? Yeah, there it is. You ready to go to sleep?